Hello, good morning everyone. So let's start to create our own function. I don't want to repeat this coding because my network engineer may not understand this code. So how we can going to make simplify this? So by creating the function, our own function. So let's create the function. So I'm going to use the same thing here. So same code we going to do the function. So let's create first function. I want to create for the connectivity. So how do I define that? For define the function, okay, and give any name. So like I'm going to give as a secure connection is a name of my function, and follow them. What are the attribute or what are the parameter we have to take as a input from network engineer? So I will take IP. This part we need to take as a input. IP PTX, just to give any variable, means this is a port number, and users. So I will give user X, just a unique behavior, or UX as you can understand, user, okay, UX as a user, and then we have PX as a password. Okay, so this four means parameter we need for my function from the network engineer. They understand that. Now what I will do, I will copy this entire stuff. Okay, I will copy the entire stuff, and meanwhile I will not use this. Later we will going to hard code this part. Let's remove the password because we can integrate later on. Okay, so, and I'm keeping the import file over here. That's not a matter at all. So let's do this. And this server thing I'm not going to use right now. Later we will see that part. Okay, so I'm going to do the automation this part later on. So here what we will do, we will copy this entire part and bring into the my function this part, and I will copy this part also. Yes, I want to print part also going to be there. So let's do like this, cut this and paste over there. So here instead of server, because we are creating the function, so I'm not going to be repeat again. So here I will give the actual host name as a what? Actual host name will be the my parameter, that will be IP. Okay, here function IP, understand? Then we have port as a PTX, what we have mentioned over here. Then we have username, okay, then that is UX, that, and then you can see that you have what called password. We will give PX. Okay, so we declare here. As soon as we declare this parameter, you pass this parameter will come here and is going to be mapped with that. That's all. So I want to return in this, I want to return what is the I return want this variable what we have declared. So that's all. One function is created and we going to use only this function name. No need to do this coding again and again. Understand till here? Okay, first function. Now go to the next function. I'm going to create the next function. We want to invoke the cell. So get cell, just this is a variable, just I'm writing, you can use anything, or get connect, you can do get cell. Let's see, it's a good name because by looking on that name I can say that we are going to connect. So what we will be the input for get cell? So input will be, we are not going to pass whatever the return value from the first function, that will be the input of the next function. So this is going to be automate. So okay, here we have syntax error. Okay, now next function will be get cell. I declare the input, as for that the output, the return value of the first function. So what we want to do here, I want to just invoke the cell sorry, invokes the cell, that's all. And what you want to return here, I want to return is a cell. This output supposed to be returned for this function. Yes, no, till here clear, guys? Nikhil? Yes. Then I'm going to create another function. I will ask them to, okay, invoke cell we have done. Then we have send command, if you can see. So get command, just I'm here, the function I'm writing get cmd, just a name, you can take anything. So I want to take, so what will be the input? Now input will be the cell, then I will pass the command, and we need I will add the timing parameter also here. So t out as a variable, and I will do the hard coded for 1 second. Okay, this is the by default value. If you want to pass another value, you can pass any other value. If you are not passing any value, that will be 1 second for this function. So here, okay, syntax error here, I'm going to pass this, what they are telling me. Okay, parameters reformat, fine. Okay, get cell, so no need, this is already I have given in another cell. So we have send command as a cell, send command, the whatever the command we are sending. So here I should, whether we going to pass multiple, so we want to automate, so no need to give this, just give the command over here. How I'm doing this, let's see. So I'm going to pass the cmd, whatever value I have given as a command, and I will add, okay, I will add the new line which is supposed to be there on each and every command. Fine, so this will there, and then the sleep time, this will go to as a whatever the variable I given t out, and we want to return, we don't want to return anything because that going to be save into what do you say, it going to save into what is going to save into the their variable. Whenever they invoke cell, the receive content here, they're going to save, right? So now create the output, another function I'm going to create. So output is another, you can say this is another function we are defining, so that network engineer can do only the secure connection, then get cell, get command, show output, that's all. They can call, no need to write any command. So here we going to pass the cell as a input, and we will pass as a n equal to another variable 10,000 by default. If you want to give any other value, so you can give that by this. So I'm going to remove the printing stuff over here. So you can see all my command I'm using just I'm using as a function what I wrote the earlier command. All we are making the function. So instead of here 10,000, I will use the variable what we declare over here. I think who had joined, one person. Let's see. Okay, admit. Hey, hi Sagar, are you able to hear me? Okay, so we are going to continue this. We are here. Let's give me, yes. So we are creating function over here, okay, for all my coding, no need to do repeating work. So here we're going to call this, and let's declare output or result is a variable equal to this, and then we're going to return as a result will be return. Okay, now this value going to be returned. Now what we have to last function I'm going to do, that's called ssh close. Ssh close as a name I given my function, and I will what will be the input. So input will be this ssl cl. I want to close the variable what we open. So this is automatic, they will receive the input and the function will be this entire. Okay, so this is the last function. Let's do the formatting, and I don't want to return here anything. Okay, just printing here. Now we are good. Let's run the code. There should not any error. Okay, here server, what will be the, because they are not taking variable, can you see there is a error showing. So what will be there? So I'm just simplifying this as a variable. What we have, 4 variable, IP, port, and UX and PX. Let's write something IP, just to give the variable this IP. Okay, so connection to server this, and let's use this variable at port number. What will be the port number? That's the dynamic one, whatever the we will select here as a PTX. Okay, so and by authorized user, authorized admin you can give, and give the admin name. So what will be the my admin name? UX, whatever you will. So this I want every function, if they're going to run, they will print something, so that we're going to know, yes, that function is a part of my program. Okay, that's why I'm giving printing stuff everywhere. So let's add print stuff whenever we call that function. So they're going to, so we're going to identify, yes, this function run. Now invoke cell or connect it to cell. Just I want to print, I understand the cell is run. Now we have so output get command. Okay, so for get command we will print what we supposed to print, anything. Yeah, here we are taking some input, we are giving command as a input. So let's print as a f string and give the command as a input. Run this command, so we will going to use as a f string cmd, whatever command we will pass, run this command. Okay, so it's going to print that. So, sorry guys, and you add with uh, delay, with delay of what, of t out, the variable whatever given. Okay, so that is supposed to be print. Now next here we have, I want to print here, this is getting output, simple, getting output. Okay, getting output, and here we are closing. So you understand, we have created the function for each and everything what we are doing, so that my network engineers should not repeat this code, they should not know about this code. Clear? Understand guys till here? Okay, so let's run this, okay, and see if there is any error. I can see there is no error, only the warning is there. So weak writing, because we are not developer, we don't know too much about the every writing script. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this, and there should not error. Okay, excellent. Here we can see there is no error. So we have successfully created our functions. Okay, now let's use this function and see how automation engineer can write only this function, and we can no need to write this command again and again. Okay, so what are the things we have? We have secure connection is a function. Second, we have get cell, then we have get command, then show output, then close. So let's use that. So it's a very simple. I'm going to declare any variable as a client to whom I want to connect. Okay, so as soon as I will create a client, what I want to do with this variable, I want to call my function. So as soon as I will call my first function to connect, they are asking, do you need to pass the parameter? What are the parameter? There is IP, PTX, UX, PX. So IP is nothing. What is IP? 192.168.56.11. okay, this I pass. Then PTX, so this is the integer, so I will pass only 22. Then user, what we have to give, just to give a string, the user, because this thing supposed to come. Right now I'm giving a hard-coded password, but later I will show you how we can do the get password from different way, not hard-coded. Just run this one. So we have client as a, so network engineers just they have this information, they are adding this. Now I'm going to call my second command. We have to get cell. So for get cell, so I'm going to ask on and this connection get cell. Sorry, I'm going to take cell as a variable, and I will ask get cell, and what will be my input will be the client my input for okay. Now we get cell. Now we have two variable, client and cell. So for cell we have to use for the get command. Okay, so let's give get command, and you pass your cell over here, what we have done, and command what you want to pass the command. So let's give the uname just for testing. Right now I'm giving uname -a, and the next parameter timeout I don't want to use because that's the default one they will use. Okay, so get command we used. Now show output, so use show output. Okay, for show output, what are the input? So you have to give input as a cell that solve. So I'm going to give cell that solve nothing, or and next output, next thing supposed to be default one. Okay, I don't want to pass, keep very simple. Now I want to close the connection, so I want to print this thing. otherwise they will not print. Okay, so I want print this part. That's all. I call this, and you can go for SSH close to whom? The client one. Okay, so network engineer going to write this much only code. That's all. They will write this much code and they're going to work. Let's do this and see it's working or not. I'm going to save this and see everything is okay, but the only the warning part. Let's run this. I'm going to run. So you can see it's successful run. They connected to the 11 at the port number B, authorized user ASU, and they have each and everything they are going to connect to the cell, run to the this. Okay, are you able to see, guys? Yes, no, yes. So they printed this, connecting to the cell, run to the uname this command with the delay this, and getting output. Then getting output, they printing this. At the end of that, they are telling closing the SSS connection. Clear? Should I move to next session? Now, how to use, suppose I am the developer, I understand this all code, I have defined this, and I want someone from network engineer, they have downtime, it's 11 o'clock night, they supposed to run this code. They're supposed to run this code. So what we have to do, let me copy this. I will create this as a function, my function. Like let me show this what I want to tell this. So we have ls l, and I'm going to copy this 30 April this into, I'm going to this I will give my name as a ashumiko, suppose ashumiko, and someone can import this and can run this. How? Let me show. So we have lsl file. So here we have, so I'm going to open this, the same file over here. Now what I will ask, they are not showing this, why? It's not copy the content completely, I think. Yes, everything is there. They minimize that. Okay, so this is the ashumiko. What I will ask my friend to, okay, let's create one more. I will ask my deployment engineer just import ashumiko and run the code at the downtime activity. Means, so deployment engineer will, what they will do, they will create their own file first, and let's create that. This is the touch and the test123.py. okay, so we have this, and the deployment engineer will do what they will do, they will just import my miko, sorry, ashumiko. There is a ashumiko, that's all. So once they will import, let's see, I'm going to execute, and this will going to run entire code as he import my code as ashumiko to do that activity. Let's run this. So can you see, he imported, can you see, guys, and the entire command going to run. Yes, no, it's this clear part, everyone? Yep. So this is the power, but this is vulnerable. I'm going to show you in next class how you going to automate as a network deployment engineer. Once it will import, because this is vulnerable, because my code, whatever I will give my code over here, that going to use. I don't want this part, whatever mine, it should be local to the my coding, not global to that. This part only should be global. No, anyone can use these functions, but they should not use my this command, means this what I giving the parameter. Okay, so network engineer will use this entire function to build their program. That is easy to write this much code as a local to that. So I want this part local to this. If someone going to run this part should not run. Okay, otherwise this is vulnerable. Let's see in next class. Bye bye, see you in next class.